Continue on from the previous lesson, or open the file hair setup 03.max. In this lesson we're going to take a look at filling out the hair as well as giving it a little bit more realism. The first thing we'll want to do is add some more to our hair count. So we'll just bump this up to maybe 350. Also, in order to get more hairs, you can adjust the hair count as well as the multi-strand parameters. Go into multi-strand parameters and set the count to 25. This will add 25 hairs for each hair that you have for your hair count. In order to distinguish these hairs from the other hairs, we're going to put on root splay and tip splay. Basically, this just spreads them out from the original hair. So if we go to our root splay and adjust this to maybe 0.5, you'll see the roots spread out quite a bit. You can add a tip splay of maybe 0.25 to get those to spread a little bit more also. This will add quite a bit more hair, and if we do a quick render, we should see that. So we see we have a lot more hairs filling out our object, and they kind of look like streamers on a bike. So we want to adjust the size as well as the color and strength of this sheen that's on the hair. To do that, the first thing that you'll want to do is go into General Parameters and adjust the root's thickness. The thickness of the hair makes it look like a big flat plane as opposed to an actual hair. So we'll bring this down to maybe 8 to start out with. And another thing that we can do is up the hair passes to something like 2. This will also thin out the hair and give us more hairs to make it look more realistic. Click on Quick Render to see the results. So here we see we have some much finer hair that's starting to look a lot more realistic. To bring this realism up a notch, we'll have to add some lights into the scene. Go to the Tools menu and choose the Light Lister. And from this you see we have a spotlight and an omni light in the scene. We'll turn on Cast Shadows for the spotlight, and you can see that the map size is at 512 and the sample range has been brought down to about 2. Re-render the scene and you'll see that shadows are computed, and you can see the shadows fall on your object as the pre-render comes in. Once the hair pass renders, you can see that we have a much nicer shading model on the hairs as well as on the surface below the hair, and that causes us to have a much better realism in our hair. In the next lesson we'll look at adding some finishing touches to our styling and adjusting the render quality to even get a more photorealistic quality.